Hi guys, hope you're all well. Hope you're enjoying the beginning of the summer. The days became really interesting now, and the summer is starting to take off. As you noticed, what we're doing with our live sessions, I'm moving them a bit forward. It used to be live at 5. Now it's live at 6:05. The reason why we're doing that is first, it's because the summer days are longer. So now if you guys are out and the pandemic is done in your country, so it will be time for you to start going out. And if the pandemic does still have any restrictions on circulation, you will be home by 6. So this way you can get to watch the live sessions that are taking place on Facebook and then posted on the iChannel. Thank you everyone, I'm fine. And instead of having them live at 5, they became live at 6:05. If you live in Lebanon, you will know why. Can someone tell me why the sessions became at 6:05 and not at 6? If you know why, just let me know. Anyways, we have tomorrow a very important session, and this session is about creating sustainable communities. Before I talk about tomorrow's session, I would like you to know that in 2013, the United Nations announced March 20 as the International Day of Happiness. And when they set that as International Day of Happiness, people wondered, what is International Day of Happiness? But in 2016, before we move into that, so you know, the UAE appointed the first Minister of State for Happiness. And this was as well something very important. But what is happiness and why is it related under the umbrella of the United Nations? Simply because it is related to sustainable communities. The goal of the United Nations goals were to create sustainable communities where everyone in that community is happy, is enjoying their life, is living a healthy life. It has more than one topic. So tomorrow, basically, we are hosting live at 6:05, and please tell me if you know why at 6:05 and not at 6, especially those people in Lebanon. So you know, we are hosting a lady whose goal is to create sustainable communities. Her goal is to change the world she's living in. And the nice thing with this lady is that she doesn't only plan things, but she moves forward into action, and this is what's important. When we discuss sustainability, we discuss everyone, thank you Aftab, we discuss that everyone in a community should live happily. Everyone in the community should be living healthy and feel respected and have a nice social life and have a social healthy life. So the sustainability basically should be related to a different item. It should be related to pollution control. It should be related to creating many public spaces, and the public spaces need to be green and environmentally friendly. It needs to work on an energy conservation. It needs to work on the waste management. It needs to work on the water. It needs to work on so many items It needs to boost local businesses. It needs to create more planting. It needs to ask people to work on their happiness. It needs to offer opportunities for both genders to have equal job opportunities and career openings. It's so many beautiful things that need to happen, and this is what we want to push for. So what is the goal? Okay, the goal is to create sustainable communities. How should we do it? If you think about it, in the past, okay, our parents and grandparents used to plant their own food and used to have their own crops, and used to, like, if they didn't have something, they used to exchange it with the neighbors. So the community used to be interactive. In some countries you have public transportation. Like here in Lebanon, we're lacking the public transportation, such as like the trains, such as the metros, such as the like more electric cabs, more water cabs. There are many things that a community can do to reduce, to create a sustainable community. But what we're doing tomorrow, and that is the very important point, is that I do not want to wait for the government to do something for me to do something in return. What's important is for me to start acting on my own and helping my community. And this is, for example, we can carpool in the same area. We can go walking if we're going to the nearby store, and that is healthy habits for us. There are many things we can do. So let's hear it tomorrow with Rybale Al Hage, who is taking us into that journey of creating a sustainable community. What's important is if we we cannot do that on adult level only, while ignoring the future generation whose planet belongs to them. So what's important as well is how do we work with the younger generation, with the schools, to attract their attention to that gap in our world that is basically global and very important for sustainable communities. So just to remind you, I will see you tomorrow live at 6:05 on my Facebook. Hope you have a great evening, and join me and Rybale Al Hage, the lady who's changing the world one step at a time. See you tomorrow, 6:05.